Hey everybody, welcome back to the Integrative Health Coach Success Podcast. I'm Dr. Stephen Cabral, board-certified doctor of naturopathy and founder of the Integrative Health Practitioner Institute. Excited to dive into today's show. I hope that you will find this really beneficial because it's used for beginner health coaching practitioners who are looking to start up their business, or it can be used for advanced practitioners who are looking to add on services or make certain investments in their business to break it up to that next level. I use it in my own business or across all the different companies that I work with in consulting and mentorship that I try to provide because, like probably many of you, I don't use outside dollars. I don't take on a lot of investors or anything like that. What I look to do is just work with good people, provide a good service, and of course, make a good living and career for my family and for all those around me. So that's really the goal. I'm going to share with you both startup and new methods to use, whether you're a beginner practitioner or you are advanced. Before I do that, I want to make sure that you know that we just debuted the Reimagine Health Summit. It really is called IHP Live this year. So every year we like to do an IHP Live. It's for IHPs and health practitioners only. Well, we're going back to that in 2025. So this year, what's going to be different? Well, 70% of the talks are going to be how to help you take your career to that next level. So whether you are the beginner practitioner looking to start your business or you're looking to gain more clients, this is the event for you. Not only is it for integrative health practitioners taught by integrative health practitioners and other experts from around the world, but it's geared towards you specifically, the health coach, looking to really build up your clientele. It's going to help you with social media. It's going to help you with website. It's going to help you with scheduling. It's going to help you with emails. It's going to help you with content, all of those things. We're going to teach that to you. Plus, we're going to fill your head with so many amazing ideas and success stories that you can model. That's really what it's all about. The icing on the cake, though, is this. We get to meet each other in person. So my team, the IHP community, myself, we get to all meet for 2.5 days. It's absolutely amazing. We always hold it in beautiful locations and beautiful hotels, and this year is no different. In sunny South Florida, 2.5 days on the beach. Come enjoy, whether it's just you or with other fellow IHPs or with your family. It's a great time. We're going to take over the entire hotel. But with that, I have to say that there's only 350 spots. That's all there is. That is literally the amount of people that we can fit in that room. It's going to be an amazing event. We're going to have sponsors there and all sorts of great exhibitors. It's still going to be experiential, and it is going to be 30% health talks. So you're going to still going to learn the latest and greatest in health-based techniques for longevity, anti-aging, body transformation, and new updates to wellness-based protocols. So it's going to be amazing. Check it out at rhsevent.com or just the Reimagine Health Summit. You'll be able to find it. We'll link it up here today at ihp.coach/382. Always email in if there's any questions. But again, tickets without a doubt are going to go fast. Get your early bird pricing and save $200 to $500 right now on general admission and experiential-based tickets. All right, let me know if there's any questions. Can't wait to see you there this coming October. And again, IHP event for us, for our community this year to take your business to that next level. All right, so what I want to talk about here today is how to quickly recoup any business building investment you make. Now, think of it. There's two different ways to look at this. You're starting your health coaching business. Well, on all the previous Integrative Health Coach Success podcasts, what do I talk about? Whether you're a personal trainer, health coach, etc., you need to invest the minimum, right, into your business. You need to set up social media, set up a website. It can be basic, right? Set up your scheduling, set up your payment systems, set up your email system. Those are the basics, right? And I've gone through that. I go through navigation bar. You get all of this also free once you graduate from level 1 of IHP. So if you haven't graduated level 1, finish that material. You can get it done within 12 weeks time maximum, even if you just started. Then you get these curated videos. How to decide on your niche, how to come up with an avatar, how to price packages, all those great things. And again, we'll be doing advanced at the summit this coming October, but these are the basics, right? This is what we need. So there's a minimum investment. Is it a big investment? No, it's not. Like maximum, few $1,000s, right? So that's the maximum, right? That's all you really need. Now, there'll be people out there. Talk with somebody the other day. They want to charge you $50,000 to build your website. Yes, they're still out there. I get it. If you're building the next great, huge business, yes, a $50,000 website. I get that. I totally get it. And that is true, but not for the health practitioner. That does not make sense. And I'm going to share with you why in just a moment. Now, if you're an advanced practitioner, you've got all the basics, right? But you're thinking about doing a coaching program, a mentorship program, what else might be another big one? An in-person live day, an event, another certification, etc. I want you to think about it from this viewpoint, is that because all of those can be amazing, right? But one, you only have so much time. Two, you want to be able to pay back that investment. So if it's a $100,000 mastermind, and there are lots of those masterminds out there, right? So $100,000 mastermind, what does that get you? Well, you're like, that's a lot of money. Yes, but you're around then only individuals who are able to pay $100,000 for a mastermind, right? So you're around really high-level entrepreneurs. That's why people might pay that. Okay, so now let's look at it. Well, for your business, what would that take in order to pay back $100,000 in a year? Right? Like, think about that. Those are the questions we're going to answer right now. All right. So as we peel back the onion, I want you to think of it this way. What is your average client coaching package? That's the best way to look at it. And we teach this inside of IHP. But again, if you're a personal trainer, chiropractor, esthetician, massage therapist, listen to this, you do it the same exact way. Same exact way. The entire service business. If you're a hairstylist, if you are, I can't even think of any service businesses right now, a Reiki practitioner, a yoga instructor, a personal trainer, you've got a monthly package, right? So most of our IHPs, they price them at $180 a month, $290 a month, or $490 a month. That's just the majority. Some sell a $5,000 package, some less. So it just depends on where you're at, whatever you want to do. I don't recommend selling for less than $180. Not the best clients, not the best service that you can provide. Anyway, I've talked about that on previous shows, but let's look at it this way. For that, the client typically gets a 1-hour call and they get a weekly follow-up email. Amazing, right? Okay, that's very fair. So now let's look at that. 180, 290, 490. And usually they're sold in a 3-month package. So they make 3 payments. So then that client though, you're going to provide an amazing service. You're going to help that client get the results they're looking for. That's why it can't be one appointment, right? I mean, who can learn everything in one appointment? That's not even, you get your lab results in one appointment. You needed to be able to do follow-ups, right? Okay. So now what does that look like? All right. So we've got $180 client. There'll be income and some ambassador commissions for recommending your favorite, resources. So I'm just going to round to 200. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I want to use easy math. All right. So the client is going to be 200, right? So that's $600. And most clients will do 1 more appointment minimum that year. So let's just say you start working with them in January. They do a January appointment and then a February appointment and then an end of March or early April appointment. That's their 3 appointments. Great. So now they're kind of covered through April, but they'll most likely do at least 1 more appointment with you. Usually more than that, but 1 more appointment with you 2 to 3 months later. So April, May, June. Okay, end of June. They do an appointment with you. They want to get in their best shape ever for the summer. You're going to help them. All right. So that's 4 appointments. Now, many will do more, but that's typically what we see. And so I just want to provide you the feedback. Again, we've seen now over 300,000 one-on-one appointments. So we've got a lot of data. That's what I see on average. Some will meet with you every month, right? But I just wanted to share that with you. So now we look at it as 4 appointments. All right. So the $180 client, again, you're providing amazing service. They want to stick with you. They want to provide referrals. That's going to be about $800 for that year for that package, right? The $290 client is going to be about $1,200. The $490 client is going to be about $2,000. All right. This does not include really too many ambassador recommendations that you make for favorite water filter, favorite air filter, favorite supplements, favorite labs, et cetera, et cetera. But we'll just kind of go with the minimums. All right. So 800, 1,200, and 2,000. So hopefully you see where I'm going with this. Doesn't even matter like what you charge. It does. You'll see that in a second, but you can charge whatever you feel comfortable with. So when you look at this now, if you say, okay, well, I want to make a $1,000 investment, what would that take? Okay. Well, it would take about 1 client at 180. It would take less than 1 client at 1,200. And then it would take a half a client basically at 2,000, right? And so you can then say, all right, would I most likely achieve 1 additional client from this $1,000 investment? But it actually becomes even a little bit easier because all you have to say is this, is that the first client or so, maybe even two, would pay for it, but then it's done. Like I like things that are done. Then after that, it's all upside. So really easy. So now you say, okay, well, it's a bigger investment. Let's say it's a $3,000 investment. That is a big investment, no doubt about it. I don't think $3,000 is an insignificant of money. And I've been working at this full time for 25 years now, right? Almost 30 years with part-time work, if you consider that, right? So when you look at it, that's still a lot of money. So $3,000 should be taken seriously, right? But I can tell you that there's many $3,000 investments in your business that are going to pay back big dividends because they're necessary and it's going to take your professionalism in business to that next level. So let's just look at a $3,000 investment. You don't make them every day, but let's look at it. All right. For $3,000, it would take approximately how many clients? 4 clients at the $180 a month. It would take 2.5 clients at the $1,200 or the $290 appointment per month. And it would take 1.5 clients at the $490. So there's a couple interesting things. You can say like, oh, well, it's not as many clients as I thought. If I'm investing $3,000 in something, I need 4 total clients at 180. Now, again, I don't think anybody should charge 180. I think you should charge 290. And I think you should probably include a lab if you're a level 2, right? Because that's only a one-time cost for you, and it's a great value to the client. But anyway, I'll let you decide on that. I've got lots of shows on that as well. So 2.5 clients would pay back a $3,000 investment. That seems pretty doable. Like, I don't know about you, but for sure, 2.5 clients, even if you kind of amortize that over 3 months, you need like less than a client a month, like 1 client per month for a $3,000 investment. That's why I think that some of these investments can be made. I don't even have one in mind, but it's at least something to think about. Now, you don't know if the investment is worthwhile. You have to actually decide that first. So then you ask yourself, why do I want to make this investment? Do I believe the knowledge or the service or product I will receive will then net me, in this case, 3 new clients in the next 90 to 120 days? That's the question that I would ask. That's how I look at it from my own lens. And a lot of these decisions for me are much larger ones. They're $30,000 investments I have to make in a specific part of the business. Or even products. Like when I decide on a new formula, it might be a $50,000 investment. That's a big investment. And I need to make the decision, is this something that I truly believe in, that is game-changing, and that our community would really benefit from and want? They also have to want it, right? And if I make the decision, I say, okay. Like, so it's these decisions sometimes grow, but the formula is all the same. Do I believe that this is the right decision for my business? If yes, will it help more clients? Amazing. Will it also help me get more clients? That's a question you have to ask as a practitioner as well. The last one I would say is this, is that it is what we are sharing with individuals when they are looking, and you're already an IHP most likely, but if you weren't an IHP, and you can just use this as an example, what would it take to pay back your IHP level 1, level 2 investment? Because most people do level 1 and level 2, 4 clients, right? And so when I look at those, I say, well, really, anybody is able to get 4 clients. And I say that because we've given you the formula as well as to reach within your circle. So there's immediate circle, then there's 1 removed from your circle, and then there's 1 removed after that. We have a podcast on that as well. I'll try to have the team link it up at ihp.coach/382. I'll link up RHS there, but I'll also link up a couple other podcasts. And so what I say is if you want to become a health coach, obviously you have to get a certification. So it might not be with IHP. And the certification might be $8,000 or some are $24,000. You have to decide on that, because even at $24,000, you might say, yeah, this is the right investment for me because I'm going to charge X amount per month and I believe it's going to allow me to get there. So again, I just want you to make the right decision for you, but this is literally the formula that I believe should be used in order to make the right decisions for you in your business, because some decisions are expensive, but they'll absolutely pay off. And some are even just mildly expensive and they're just not worth it. So hopefully this framework that I use myself and many of my colleagues do the same was helpful. I would love to hear from you to see if it did match up or if you can use it in your business, and also any other ideas you have for this podcast, because this is meant to be the Integrative Health Coach Success Podcast, right? This is it. This is for integrative practitioners that want to not only grow their business, but do a lot of great work in this world and help a whole lot of people. So let us know. We're always interested in your comments. Thank you so much. Again, all the show notes will be at ihp.coach/382. Have an amazing rest of the day.